Good morning, everyone. My name is Leonardo Redavid. I'm the founder of Redavid Salon Product, and welcome. I'm going to talk about one thing today. How do you keep feeding your creativity? It's so beautiful. I love it. How do I feed my creativity? It starts by taking a walk. I know we're all inside right now, but if you can take a walk, look around you. There are so many beautiful trees, so many beautiful flowers, so many beautiful buildings, so many beautiful lighting. Everything you look at is art. There's nothing like walking through the trees and you got the sun just beaming right through those trees and you get beautiful streak of lighting all the way through there. I look at it and I'm thinking, wow, that's gorgeous. How can I paint that on the hair? Nature gives you creativity. Nature gives you absolutely everything you need to survive on, basically keeps us really going. And that's where I get all my inspiration. I live in Stanley Park, Vancouver, Canada. I'm about 2 minutes away from here. And I get inspired from that park. I just go for a walk and I see so many flowers. And flowers to me, it's color. I look at the color and I'm like, oh my God, that would be such a rich color. Good luck sometime try to find to make it look perfect like that. But trust me, I try really hard. Flowers are color for me. I absolutely love them. They look beautiful. And it's so amazing that every season there's different colors. And to me, that's how I used to work my collections is through the season. And it all came from being outside. It's absolutely incredible. So please go for a walk, look around you, see what you can get out of the scenery that you see and how you can apply it to hair. Even buildings, they got different angles, different curves. That's how I used to get inspired for angles and haircuts. That's what did it for me. So, and that's, more modern and a little bit more edgy. Some of our building in Vancouver, Canada, they're really funky and cool. So I get a lot of different lines from seeing those buildings. And, I try to put some angles in the haircuts and you're gonna see I'm gonna be doing some haircuts later on in my program. Go outside. I know that we're stuck right now, but this is the time that I'm trying to fuel you, that you're stuck inside and it's like, gee, Leo gave me this idea to go for a walk and go outside and go into nature and let my mind and my eyes and my soul and my spirit really connect with my art. It's all out there. Leonardo da Vinci, you think he was like fantastic when he started? He did a lot of practicing, I bet. And I bet he threw a lot of canvas away. And, the other thing too is, be able to see and practicing right away, it's absolutely amazing. I had to fight really hard to go to hairdressing school because my dad didn't think it was, a man's job to be a hairstylist. And, it wasn't until he passed away that I decided to go to hairdressing school. And, when I went there, my teacher showed me a haircut. I tell you, I feel sorry for my brother because he was my first guinea pig. and he's got a bald spot up here, and he thinks because I cut it too short and it stood up that's why he's bald up top. Nice try, Frank. You gotta practice. This is the time to really, get your mannequins out and really start practicing what you wanna be able to achieve from your art. And your art form is you gotta put it in categories. When I was working behind the chair, by the way, I sold my salon 4 years ago because I started Redavid Salon product. It was one of the hardest thing I ever did in my entire life. I never cried so much for 6 months when there was a nice young man that took the salon, and I was showing him the ropes a little bit, and all the clients were, crying, this is the last haircut, my God, Leo, I'll never see you again. So it was really, really tough. I really enjoyed doing hair, and I still do. I absolutely love it. That's the other thing. You gotta love this industry, and you gotta love your art, and you gotta put it in different categories. The way I did it, that I found it always kept me fresh, and that's why I'm a fairly senior hairstylist, and I'm still with it. And the reason that I'm with it is that I broke the art in 3 different parts. One, it was I call it the Hollywood looks, where anybody can wear it. It's glamour, it's fun. They see it always on TV and magazine, all that kind of stuff. So I always did that. Then I did in the middle ground, where it was a little bit edgy, a little bit more off the cuff, a little bit, just kind of break down the Hollywood look, and you break it down a little bit more London looking, a little bit more European feeling to it, not so much Hollywood. I really like that. That was one of my favorites, and clients really like that because sometimes they have the hair and their friends had the same hair, and when they used to come to me and say, Leo, I want something different, and I always kind of move them a little bit more funkier. My love, it's always been very edgy work. That's where it's about 5 to 10% of your customers, and you have those customers that you can't wait once a month when they come in, and that, oh my God, she's gonna let me do everything that I want. He's gonna come in, and I'm gonna be able to give him a cool color. I'm gonna practice some of my new looks that I've been thinking about. That's the one that really feeds your art side. That's the one that really feeds your creative side. I want you to go there more often if you can, because I find that that's where it's gonna keep you fresh all the time. I used to do free haircuts to any customers that would sit in my chair and let me do what I wanted to do, because that's where you shine. And I tell you, I had more customers, believe it or not, from the really edgy haircut, the really funky look, than I did when I did my Hollywood or the middle ground art. So please move to feed your art, because that's what's gonna keep your art and your creativity always fresh all the time. If you can't do it on clients, you gotta get those mannequins. Right now, I'm starting to work on mannequins a lot. I don't like it working on mannequins because you just don't get the same vibe. When you're doing a client, you get the vibe, you can see it in the mirror, the hair starts to talk to you, and you really start having that mood and that feeling from the hair, and I love that. I get lots of energy from when I'm cutting it, and I see the feeling and I see the look. It really comes all together. So it's really, really fun. Mannequin, they're a little tough, but I practice a lot on mannequins now. I got quite a few in my studio. You have to practice. That's the other thing. It's really hard to practice your creativity unless you put the time to create. I used to put twice a month. I used to put all the salon that in the early days that we used to have twice a month, and not necessarily I would do the haircuts. I would bring a different hairstylist inside my salon. I would pay them, and we used to have a little creative fund. So everybody $20 every month we used to put into the education, and then I used to top that. And we used to get different artists from all over the city to come in and teach us what we wanted to see, and it was really fantastic. So you have to definitely take the time to be able to put aside to really get creative. It's really important. I cannot tell you enough about it. You have to practice. A lot of times we go to shows, right? And we see so many wonderful artists out there. They're doing amazing things. But when we go back to the salon, sometimes we end up doing the same thing because the client wants the same thing. Where grab a mannequin, go back as soon as you get home. At least put some rough lines in it, or grab a piece of paper and start drawing it. That's really amazing. That's how you're gonna, remember it, and that's how you're gonna do it. Keeping your creativity alive, it's number one to me, because that's what's gonna get you more customers. That's what's gonna get you more business inside the door. That's what's gonna make you different. You gotta be different today. You have to really set yourself that your art, your haircuts, your blow dries, your updos, your colors have to be on point. And the only way that you can do that is by practicing. And feel free to reach out. When I first started, I didn't speak English whatsoever. I still can't speak English that well. So if you find my wording a little Italian in there, just take it because it's me. I used to phone up the salon and I used to say, I want to come in and cut cut this some hair, and I want to sweep your floor, for free. And, stylists used to be shocked. It's like, what? You're going to come in my salon and you're going to volunteer and you're not going to charge me? I go, no, I just want to watch you cut hair. And I went to a lot of salons in my beginning days, and I learned so much. I remember, volunteering for Trevor Sorby, Rita Rusk, Tony and Guy. I was out there shampooing the heads and working backstage and grabbing their coffee, grabbing their tools. So I really volunteered a lot. That's another thing is when you're at shows, if you like a manufacturer, hopefully Redavid Salon product, come and check us out. I have an amazing team. Come and check us out. Come and help us at the backstage. You'll learn so much by just seeing. But the thing is, once you see it, you got to go home and you got to practice. That's the biggest part that I can say about keeping your creativity alive, is to be able to practice all the time. And sometimes you say, Leo, I don't have the time, I'm busy. You know what? You got to put it in your book, and you got to put, this is my time to create. That's all you have to do. And you're going to notice, if you put it in your calendar, put it in your phone, you're going to notice that you'll be able to create really well. Creativity, it's all around you. Just clear your mind and don't worry about family, don't worry about work, don't worry about anything, because you will not be able to absorb all that vision and all that beauty unless you're grounded, unless you really time for yourself. I cannot create when I'm stressed out. There's just not a chance whatsoever. Sometimes Marco says, Dad, you got to do a quick blow dry, and you got to show them how to do it and this and that. I know how to blow dry, no problem, but I'm just not into it. So you have to really be clear. You have to be really centered. You do not have to worry. Just clear your mind a little bit, and just start taking a walk. Start going online. Start seeing different looks. As soon as you start doing that, all of a sudden, it's all gonna come in. And it's gonna really feed you. And it's gonna make you feel absolutely amazing. You're an artist. An artist gets fed by creativity. But that creativity, you gotta keep feeding it. And the more you feed that creativity, the more it feeds you, the more love it gives you, the more success it brings you. It's like the ultimate. So please take the time, number one, to look around you. Go online. It's so beautiful. There's so many beautiful artists out there. Grab some of their energy. Put it in your little bucket. Stir it around. Let your creativity shine. Because that's what really it's all about. You're going to find, if you do that and you do it twice a month, you're going to notice that you're going to feel fresh. You're going to be able to have better consultation, better confidence when you're doing your work. It's just going to give you that energy that you have it and you've got it. And it just gives you all the success that you need. So no, please keep practicing. Please kind of ground yourself and just let that art really come in. And have some fun with it. That's the other thing. It's all about having some fun. You gotta laugh. You gotta be crazy. You have to listen to some amazing music. Whatever it takes you to get to that point of be able to create and be able to practice, that's what you go to. And I do it all the time. I'm stuck inside right now. But I'll be honest, my brain is just exploding with creativity and things that I want to do. I'm not really worried that the world is coming to an end. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna really kick it up. So please do the same thing, because this is what it's all about. From one artist to another artist, I love you. Keep it up. Keep creating. Because at the end, that's what you started with, and that's what you're going to end up with. So I love you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Keep that art going because it's beautiful. Let it shine. Ciao.